Test, 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 test. It's a test. It's a test. It's a test. All right. I think that sounds all right. Just make sure that looks all right. Yeah, something like that. Let's go tighter. That might be kind of cool. So this is a little bit different of a video than I was expecting to make, but it's what I'm feeling right now, and I feel like there's some value to it to maybe convey to y'all, and if not, convey to myself when I'm in a similar situation. I just got done with a shoot with a client, and I delivered their big video at the end that I had finished. This was like an ongoing project, and I showed them their video at the end, and I'm just gonna be honest, I kind of botched the video, and not like on a high level of where they were super, super upset and don't want to do work with me again, but it was just an uncomfortable feeling to know that I missed the mark. And I had this this epiphany and this realization that I need to rethink what I'm actually getting paid for. And I think a lot of us might like to think that we're getting paid to go and make the most cinematic and just coolest looking crap out there. And yeah, that'd be great, but the reality is that's not what we're getting paid for. You might be thinking where I'm heading is, it's all about making a great story. That's true, but that's not what we're actually getting paid to do. What we're actually getting paid to do is just make the client happy. That looks different for every client. And on this one, they told me some of their concerns, the things they didn't like about the video, and we watched through the video a couple times, but after their initial watch, their faces, their tone, just everything about it, you could tell they weren't pleased. And that's just an uncomfortable feeling. And why I want to sit and make this video, that it's not all just making a lot of money and making really cool stuff. Yeah, it's a part of it, but sometimes you miss. And I missed because I was probably more focused on following cinematic rules, or it was an uncomfortable feeling. And I had to remember why I'm getting paid to make them happy. And so when they're watching through and they're talking about the lighting here is not good, and in my head I'm like, no, this lighting is actually the best, and they think that's the worst lighting of the whole video, and we're just thinking about two different things. I'm thinking, okay, there's a window right there, I'm going to put my key light right here so that it's going to light the face. We're going to shoot on the shadow side so there's some dimension, there's some depth to your face. It's not just flat. And that's where I came from it, which I'll say, theoretically everything, I made a good shot. I lit it right, I did all these things right, but the client wasn't happy with it because the way it made their hair look, because the way it made their chin look, because they didn't like that there were shadows. They didn't like the fact. So I might have been shooting shadow side, and that was the right thing to do on paper, but because I was shooting shadow side, it was making their chin look a little bit like how they didn't want. And so a flat image would have actually been favorable to them in this scenario. And so they're telling me that, hey, this is not the lighting's not good. I'm like, what do you mean? I got that dialed in for an hour. This room was not ideal conditions to shoot in, and I made it look decent, all things considered. It's not what we're getting paid to do. And maybe some of y'all, if you're strictly a DP or you're strictly a cinematographer, maybe on paper, yeah, you actually are getting paid to make the best looking image. But I think for a majority of the people that watch my channel, small freelancers, small production companies, people doing this as a business, not art per se, they're doing it as a business, there is a right way, and that's the client's way, and it may be technically wrong. The client doesn't care about shutter angle, they don't care about depth of field, they don't care about shooting shadow side, they don't care about proper exposure, they don't care about whether something's backlit, they don't care if it's diffused, double diffused, they care about having something they're happy with. And granted, a lot of those things can make clients really happy. Sometimes that's not what makes them happy. Sometimes they just want to have it a certain way, and we as freelancers, business owners, we just got to understand their way is the right way. And on paper everybody knows that, but I just kind of had an uncomfortable reminder today that it's not about me. It's not about how cool of an image or anything I can make. It's about the client, making them happy. It's as simple as that. We're in a very simple industry. We're in the service industry at the end of the day, though. We're not in the, I'm not personally at least, I'm not making art. I'm providing a service. And I get to help tell people's stories in a really creative and beautiful way. And I'm so thankful for the clients that let me do that. But I've also got to meet them halfway. We got to do it their way, but also my way. And sometimes there's the room to educate and say, hey, like, this is why I think we should do it this way, or this is why I shot it this way. Other times you just, sounds good, we can make that change. Sounds good. It's just where I was today. I was just leaving that production and felt like I needed to make a YouTube video to help some of y'all, or maybe help myself again in the future, so that when I am in a similar situation, hey, let's check with the client. You happy? Hey, you like how you look in this? Does your hair look good? You like how, you like how your face looks? Do you have a good side? Do you have a bad side? I know the window's right there and I technically should light it right here. Is that your good side? How do we figure this out? And so, I don't know. I know this is a random video. Maybe it's helpful. It's just what I'm going through today. So just wanted to bring y'all into it. But I promise I've actually got some normal YouTube videos coming up, and I think we're going to start taking this thing pretty seriously again. Who would have thought? We're not getting paid to be the Mr. Cinematic Bros or anything like that. So, all right. Thanks for watching, y'all. It's just a small outtake. If you actually are the client, you know who you are, and you come across this video, this is not me talking bad about y'all. This is an experience that I kind of made a mistake, and on this channel I kind of help people in a similar boat as me, and I just want other people to learn from my mistake and for me to learn from my mistake as well. Really love doing work with you. You're the best. I had a ton of fun on this production. We'll get those changes made. It's not too hard. We'll get it done. But yeah, thank you.